One. First and foremost, I want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son, Yahweh Bashmiel Shai Shemakag Wadash. Double honor to the apostles of the great millstone that told me this truth, and as well as the bishops as well. Yahweh Bashmiel Shai Brakatham to the elect overall, 140 and 4,000, and as well as the 1/3. And I just want to give my take on this live that went out from the UN. You had these different presidents and prime ministers giving their speeches, addressing issues that's going on around them. And this guy here, Benjamin Netanyahu, he's giving his speech, and he's saying that peace can be extended towards all around the Middle East. So before I go further, you'll see what I'm talking about, and then we're going to get to some scriptures. I'm going to play this video.
I also spoke about a great blessing that I could see on the horizon. Here's what I said, quote, "The common thread of Iran has brought Israel and many Arab states closer than ever before in a friendship that I have not seen in my lifetime." I said the day would soon arrive when Israel would be able to expand peace beyond Egypt and Jordan to other Arab neighbors.
And that's never going to happen, because we know that according to prophecy, which has happened, and as well as will continue to happen, beginning in the times of the late 40s, especially after the Second World War, they were established as the state of Israel, right? And ever since that point, they've been having to go against those Palestinians, and it's still ongoing to this very moment in time, as this reads in the book of Zechariah 12 and verse 3. "And in that day will I make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people, and all that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it." So this is what we're seeing even today. From back then and even to now, Jerusalem, the land of Israel, is basically a burdensome stone to all of the people that are around about it. Okay, there's issues. You have protestings going on in Israel, which a lot of those Israelis that are there have an issue with the government, and then you have the ongoing fighting between them and the Palestinians, and it's just getting worse over there. Things are getting worse over there, in their society. And what I want to read is this as well. This is Isaiah 57, verse 20. "But the wicked are like the troubled sea, when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, save my power to the wicked." Exactly. As long as Esau is going to be in power, there's going to be trouble. Why? Because these are troubled souls of men. The Lord made them that way. As it is written, "For the Lord have made all things, yea, even the wicked, for the day of evil." So these devils can never bring peace, even if they wanted to. It's not in their DNA construct to even bring peace on the earth. All they can ever really do is look at what peace looks like, but they can't put it into action. They'll never be able to do that. Okay, these are the unjust that prosper, remember. According to the book of Psalms, I believe it's 77 or something like that. So yeah, let's play some more of this video.
End quote. Now, in countless meetings with world leaders, I made the case that Israel and the Arab states shared many common interests, and that I believe that these many common interests could facilitate a breakthrough for a broader peace in our region. Thank you.
And I mean, and he's right too when he says that Israel will be at peace. Because when the real Israel returns back to the land through Yahweh Shai, which he's known as the Shiloh, which will come, there will be peace in the land of Israel. And there's going to be peace even among these other nations as well. So now let's read even this. This is Isaiah chapter 2. Let's begin by reading verse 3. "And many people shall go and say, Come ye and let us go up to the mountains of the Lord, to the house of the Most High of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more, O house of Jacob. Come ye and let us walk in the light of the Lord. Exactly. So when the kingdom of heaven is established, when we are put in that land, there is going to be peace among these nations, and as well as they're going to basically be our slaves, and they're going to learn of our ways. All right, that's what's going to happen. But the peace that he's talking about will never be. All it's going to be is, which is what he was saying in his video, is just wishful thinking. And another thing that we got to consider, when the devil speaks on peace, we got to keep in mind that he means war. Let's read also this. Psalms, 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, and his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So yeah. So now let's play some more of this video, and we're going to move somewhere else with it. Let's go and play this some more.
Well, you applaud now. But at the time, many dismissed my optimism as wishful thinking. Their pessimism was based on a quarter century of good intentions and failed peacemaking. And why was this? Why were these good intentions? Why did they always meet failure? Because they were based on one false idea, that unless we first concluded a peace agreement with the Palestinians, no other Arab state would normalize its relations with Israel. I've long sought to make peace with the Palestinians, but I also believed that we must not give the Palestinians a veto over new peace treaties with Arab states. The Palestinians could greatly benefit from a broader peace.
I watched this whole entire video, and he also mentioned that because he says that he's willing to have peace with the Palestinians, right? But then he says that the Palestinians are terrorists. He calls them terrorists. So again, this just goes to prove the scripture in the book of Zechariah 12 and 13 that Israel is always going to be a burdensome stone. I'm talking about the land in this case. It's always going to be a burdensome stone among the people that dwell in that land. And as well as being that they're in that land and they're champions here on this earth, they're going to always be bringing forth destruction. They're always going to be bringing forth trouble because they can't help themselves. So yeah, he may say one thing, but he means another thing. As I just read to you in the book of Psalms, 55 and verse 21 to verse 22, I believe. All right. So peace is going to be extended all around the planet Earth from Israel when the real Israelites return back to their land. All right. So, I mean, I could read some of this stuff here, but I've already kind of went into it. So I don't need to really go in. I don't really need to read into this because I've already elaborated on this already by reading what I read, and I'm also watching this video as well. But yeah, man, that's all I really wanted to bring out. There's not going to be no peace, man. There's not going to be no peace in this society. As it is written in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, that the day of doom will be the ending of this time. And the day of doom is going to consist of Esau rising up against Esau, the Americans rising up against the Russians, which will include the Israelis in that as well. And they're all going to destroy each other till there's nothing to that of a rubble. Okay? That's where all of this is going. This is where this society is going as a whole. And I'm very sure of saying that. Because we have a more sure word of prophecy. So these devils are not going to do no peace. What they're going to do is drama to the point of destroying themselves. I rest my case and I'm closed and I say Shalom.